Yo, you already know, man, it's Nature Water Fish, and you know we gotta do it like this, y'all. And today, y'all, we is back in the garden, y'all. So today, y'all, I know we didn't do it in a long time, and I had to do it for y'all, because I know y'all didn't really see the whole garden. I just been doing little videos here and there. So today, y'all, we gonna be doing a garden tour. You know what I said, a garden tour. So if you don't know me, my name is Zay. I grow in 7A in Pennsylvania, y'all. And we do all types of content in nature. We do stuff about our aquatic animals. We do things about gardening and all types of stuff just about nature, you know what I'm saying, in general. So y'all, today, y'all, we gonna be diving into the garden, y'all. We didn't show the garden since, like, for real, I think the beginning stage of us just really getting it together, and like the plants just starting to grow. So today, y'all, we're gonna be doing a full garden tour of the whole garden. I'm about to be showing y'all what's going on from my fruit trees, strawberries, vegetables, and everything, y'all. And let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go. All right, y'all, so let's start over here. So over here is my collard green bed that I end up expanding, and then my other in-ground bed that I abandoned for a while. So this in-ground bed, I had strawberries growing in for a little while, but the strawberries didn't really develop that good, and they didn't produce that well over here because it was too shady. It didn't get that much sun. And then I had a chipmunk that ended up finding my berries, that kept on coming over here just stealing all of my berries, so I never couldn't get no berry last year. So I probably harvest like one berry, and me and my daughter shared it. So that was the only berry that we harvest last year. So we end up removing all of the strawberries out of this garden bed, putting them in a raised garden bed, planter boxes and pots and stuff, and they actually flourishing out now. But we're gonna get to that when I show y'all that over there. But yeah, y'all, we end up abandoning this bed for just a little while, you know what I'm saying? I got a whole bunch of weeds and stuff, you know what I'm saying, growing in here that I gotta pull up. I still got some herbs and stuff in here. Like, this is our last year sage that we planted here last year, and as you can see, this thing is flourishing off, and it came right back. Like, this crazy how it came right back and just flourishing like that. So we got still, you know what I'm saying, clip some of this sage off so we can save some of that, you know what I'm saying, do some stuff, you know what I'm saying, some herbal remedies with the sage. But yeah, we still got, you know what I'm saying, some herbs and stuff growing in here. Got our sage, got our chives, and we still got some like basil and stuff. But most of this is just weeds and stuff that we got to pull up. We got to re-amend this bed and get it back going, y'all. But I just abandoned it for a while because I didn't know what I wanted to grow in here, you know what I'm saying. I'm still trying to figure that out, but we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna pull all these weeds up, and then we're gonna get it back going. So let's go over there to the collard greens. Okay, y'all, so this is my collard green bed. So I actually expanded this bed. It was actually smaller than what it is, you know what I'm saying. So I wanted to expand it so I can be able to grow more vegetables or whatever I wanted to grow right here, because it was smaller. And then there was still like little dirt patches like right there that was right here. So I was like, you know what, why not, you know what I'm saying, expand it. So that's what I ended up doing, so we could grow like more collard greens and stuff. Because at first this just supposed to have been just a collard green bed, and it still is. But now we got tomatoes shooting up from last year, tomatoes from the tomatoes just rotting and just disintegrating into the soil. You left their seeds, and now they producing babies. So we got to pull all of that up. But we started our collard greens too late, y'all, because y'all remember I was trying to transform the garden. I was doing building projects and trying to plant seeds and all of that at the same time. So I kind of started my collard greens too late. I should have started them, like, you know what I'm saying, early spring, but I started them late, like spring, and then, you know what I'm saying, closer to the summer. But as you can see, man, them pests didn't chew all over my collard greens, tore them up. You know what I'm saying? I end up getting this pesticide, you know what I'm saying, this vegetable and fruit and pest disease control by Yardi. I end up getting some of that pesticide, and well, it was a pest control, and that actually ended up working, but I got it too late, you know what I'm saying? I wish I would have got it earlier, because I would have been able to, I would have been able to save my collard greens. But yeah, y'all, got it too late. So as you can see, the pests then chew all of my collard greens up. So I'm gonna have to redo all of my collard greens. I'm gonna get my girl to come out here, try to harvest as much as she can. You know what I'm saying? The good collard greens that didn't get chewed up and screwed up on. But other than that, we're gonna pull all of this up and then put it in the compost. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna compost it and then start all of this over. But yeah, y'all, this is my collard green bed and my in-ground bed. So let's go over here and move on. Okay, y'all. So I know y'all remember this project, man. So this, y'all, is my cucumber raised garden bed that I built from scratch. And as you can see, it is still standing. It's doing good. The cucumbers are now starting to flourish out on the trellis. Now I know I didn't paint it or stain it just yet because I was trying to wait till the cucumber season was done, and I was trying to wait till I was done growing stuff actually in this garden bed because I didn't want the chemicals or whatever I was gonna be using to paint this thing to affect, you know what I'm saying, whatever we was growing. So I wanted to wait until we was done. But as you can see, y'all, the cucumbers are flourishing out. Look, they coming, man. Like this joint is ready to harvest. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple joints coming. Like look at this joint right here. And we got about like 2 joints, you know what I'm saying, back here that I seen when I came out here growing too. Look at them 2 joints. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta come out here and harvest them. But as y'all can see, this thing is flourishing out. We got some onions and stuff in here that's growing. We got our little one marigold and stuff. So I can't wait till, you know what I'm saying, this whole trellis is covered, you know what I'm saying, with cucumbers and stuff. But it's getting there. As y'all can see, it's starting to climb up and it's getting there. But yeah, y'all, this is my cucumber raised garden bed that I got onions and I got just a marigold growing in here. But I don't know if next year I'm gonna do the same thing because cucumbers take over the whole garden bed. I got roots coming all the way from right here to like right here. So I don't know if I'm gonna do the same thing next year, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, this is my cucumber raised garden bed that I got some onions and I got a marigold in. But let's go over there to the other station. All right, y'all. So over here is our pepper station, y'all. So last year, I grew my peppers actually on the ground, and they didn't do so good because them bugs kept on snooping around and eating around. So what I thought of this year, y'all, I wanted to elevate them and actually make a stand for them. So what I ended up doing was this DIY project that I did a whole video on me building this thing, you know what I'm saying, from scratch, y'all. And ever since I built, you know what I'm saying, this pepper station, y'all, my pepper's been doing good, except for this one right here. Now I don't know what in the world happened to this pepper. Let me flip the camera over so y'all can get a better view. Yeah, y'all, like I was saying, I don't know what in the world happened to it. Like I don't know if a bug got in my soil and started eating on my roots or something, or it was just a bad plant, and you know what I'm saying, it just didn't survive, y'all. So I had 2 red peppers and I had 2 green peppers. Now I had more peppers than that. Like I didn't have no green peppers at all. Actually, my green peppers that I was trying to grow didn't actually germinate. So I bought these green peppers actually from Walmart, and these red peppers I actually germinated myself. But as you can see, only, you know what I'm saying, more than one survived because I put some at my girl grandmother house too. You know what I'm saying? So we had more than one red pepper, but I ended up letting the rest of them die because I thought these was gonna be the 2 that was going, you know what I'm saying, keep it going. But as you can see, this one ended up, you know what I'm saying, died out, you know what I'm saying, dying out on me. You know what I'm saying? But this one is flourishing out. But as y'all can see, so these supposed to be red peppers. Now, last year I had my red peppers, my purple peppers, my orange peppers all next to each other. Now, I heard and I did some research and I heard that they actually can cross pollinate, you know what I'm saying? And next year you can actually get a different type of pepper because you had your peppers too close. So when you have certain peppers, you want to actually, you know what I'm saying, spread them out. So if you got green peppers, you want to put green peppers with green peppers. You got red peppers, you want to put red peppers with red peppers. So I should never did it like this. Now, you know what I'm saying, I got the knowledge of growing peppers. Or if I'm gonna start my peppers like this, I just need to start them from just seed packets and I just know which, you know what I'm saying, which is which, so I don't have to get no mix up and just, you know what I'm saying, be wondering if this pepper going to turn into a red pepper because they look like they just going to turn into purple peppers, you know what I'm saying? But these supposed to be red peppers, but I actually took it from the seeds that I got from my red peppers last year, so they must have cross-pollinated. Now, I'm still trying to wait and see if they're going to turn red, like if they're going to turn purple to red, but I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna probably end up harvesting them, y'all. But yeah, y'all, as y'all can see, the pepper stand is doing good. Ever since I elevated them and stuff, they've been doing well. I haven't really been having no pests, you know what I'm saying, chewing on my leaves or nothing. You could look at the leaves, or well, right here. But if you look at the other leaves, it ain't really, you know what I'm saying, no pest bites or nothing on them. So I haven't really been having no problem ever since I built, you know what I'm saying, this stand for them. But I'm gonna build another lower stand. So I probably had like peppers down low and then peppers up high. So probably during the fall time, I'm gonna build another little stand part, you know what I'm saying, a bottom part, so we can have peppers up top and peppers down low. But yeah, y'all, this is my DIY pepper stand that I built for my peppers. And as you can see, man, they is flourishing out. Look at them peppers, man. Yes, sir. Swollen. Swollen. They ready. But yeah, y'all, we gonna be harvesting this soon. But let's move on to everything else. All right, y'all. So now it's time to enter the main part of the garden. So if y'all remember last year, y'all, the garden didn't look nothing like how I'm about to show y'all. When I mean we just had grow bags and we was just growing in ground and we was just getting started, man. We didn't really had nothing. But now, y'all, this thing then transformed to a whole new place. So now let's go ahead and enter the main part of the garden. Let's go. This is the main part of the garden. So if y'all remember last year, y'all, this didn't look nothing like this, y'all. Like when I mean I didn't have none of this, I didn't have none of this. The only thing I had was this in-ground garden bed that we were still trying to figure out what we was gonna do with, and I still didn't have no clue. But when I mean I didn't have no layout, I didn't have none of this, y'all. We didn't have none of this. And this is the main part of the garden where we have everything growing from potatoes, strawberries, fruit trees, carrots and everything, and I'm gonna take y'all through it all. So before we get into everything in there, let's start over here to our new garden bench that we built for our garden. Now I know you probably like, Zay, is that a roof? Yes, that is a roof on the bench, man. I never seen a roof bench. I never seen nobody make it, so I had to do it. And the reason that I put a roof on the bench is because we got pine cones, you know what I'm saying, above us that be falling down and hitting people on the head. And you know what I'm saying, say if it rains and you just want to sit in your garden and chill and just enjoy the scenery, you could be able to do that and not just get wet. So we still got a lot of stuff to do to the garden bench and the roof. Like I still got to put some Flex Seal on the top of it so we don't have no leaks or nothing. And we still got to stain it. We still got to, you know what I'm saying, do a lot of stuff to it. But y'all, look how this thing is looking. This thing is looking beautiful. It's beautiful. Let me sit down on that thing so y'all can see how it's looking. Take a seat. Let me take a seat to show y'all how we looking. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all see us. Y'all see us. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole roof. So say if it's raining, say if anything fall, bird, poop, or anything, we ain't getting caught by it. You know what I'm saying? Now I still gotta finish it. Like I still gotta add another side, you know what I'm saying, over here, because this side of the roof is longer than this side. So I still gotta finish, you know what I'm saying, with the roof and stuff. But other than that, y'all, this joint is looking good. It's nice and stable. You can shake on it. You know what I'm saying? I can move all around and all of that stuff. This joint ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, this is our garden bench for our garden. And man, this joint is looking sweet and almost complete. But let's go on and move on to everything else that's in the garden. Come on, let's go. All right, y'all, so we're gonna start in the middle right here. So in the middle right here, we have our carrots and we have our red onions. So in the back is all the carrots, and then in the front is our red onions. But as you can see, y'all, these carrots is taking off, y'all. So these Pacific carrots is the orange carrots. I was gonna grow the multicolored carrots, but I wanted to see, you know what I'm saying, how this run was gonna go. And as you can see, they is taking off. So these Pacific carrots been planted for about 30 days. Carrots take about 75 to 78 days to, you know, grow, and then you can harvest them. So we got about 40 more days until we can harvest them. And as you can see, y'all, they is flourishing out, y'all. Look at them carrots, man. Look at them Jones. And the other day I pulled one of them out because I was trying to see, you know what I'm saying, how big it was, y'all. And that carrot, man, it was pretty big. I was surprised that I was growing a carrot, a little baby one. Now in front, y'all, we have our red onions. Now as you can see, the red onions look like they doing good, but they not looking like them onions that I be seeing people grow. You know what I'm saying? Now I dug it up a little bit to see how big the bulb was. Now the bulb was pretty big like this. It was probably like a plum sized bulb. Now it's pretty big, but it's not as big as I want them, y'all. So we still gotta do some work on our onions, trying to grow out onions and stuff, but they is growing, they is flourishing out. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about getting some more onions that I could plant because I wanted to redo them, because I think I planted it too deep, but I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it a couple more runs, you know what I'm saying, to figure it out. But yeah, y'all, these my onions and my carrots, man. Now let's go over here to the other bed. All right, y'all, so let's move on over here. So over here in the middle is my okra, y'all. So as you can see, it is taking off, y'all. Now this is the first time I ever grew okra before, and I've been doing a little experiment to try to see if they grow better in fabric pots or regular pots. And as you can see, the fabric pot is doing amazing, bro. It is taking off. Like, look how big that okra is. And I planted all of this okra. I planted all of these okras at the same time. And look how it's taking off in the fabric pot. And it looked like we about to get some little okras coming right here, y'all. So over here in the middle is my okra plant. So I'm trying to see, you know what I'm saying, the best method or the best way to grow them. And it seemed like the fabric pots is the best way to grow your okra. So right here is my okra plant. So let's go over here to the other in-ground garden bed. So over here in the other in-ground garden bed is where I have my other onions. So, and this bed is my white onions. Now, I know you don't see no onions growing or nothing now. But what's going on is I think the onions is now starting to focus on a bulb. So I did some research and I watched a couple videos. They say you're supposed to clip your onion so it could start focusing on the bulb. So I had a whole bunch of shoots popping out, but what I ended up doing was clipping them so they could start focusing on the buds. But they end up dying off. So I don't know if, you know what I'm saying, they just died off because they focusing on the buds, or if they just died off, you know what I'm saying, because it was time to harvest. So I'm not sure why it really died off. I thought once you know what I'm saying, you clip the little shoots that's growing, it's supposed to keep on producing new shoots, but it seemed like all the shoots just died off. Now I dug this whole bed up to see if it was anything in it. Now it was some onions the size of these, like size of like plums or something. So you know what I'm saying, I was trying to see if they was going to keep on like growing and developing and getting big, but I'm not sure. I didn't see no shoots come back up yet. So I'm gonna leave them in there. I'm gonna let them rock out and see, you know what I'm saying, what happened. If not, we're gonna have to do, you know what I'm saying, another rerun. But over here, y'all, is my onion bed. Now, let's move on. Now, over here. So over here is my potato stand. So I got baby red potatoes, I got russet potatoes, and I got sweet potatoes. And as you can see, the potatoes is taking off. So we planted our baby red potatoes and our russet potatoes, you know what I'm saying, before we planted our sweet potatoes. So we actually gonna be harvesting these pretty soon. But as you can see, they still taking off. They still green and luscious in between. So I know the potatoes are still growing and developing. But yeah, y'all, potatoes is doing good. They flourishing out. I'm gonna probably extend, you know what I'm saying, the potato station probably a little back some so we could grow some more potatoes. But right now we're gonna leave it like this, and I'm probably gonna have to redo this stand because it's leaning a little bit. But yeah, y'all, over here is our potato station, and they is taking off baby reds, rusteds, and sweet potatoes. But yeah, y'all, these are potatoes. Okay, so this is the middle part of the garden. So in the middle part of the garden, y'all, we got tomatoes growing, we got some garden beans growing, and we got a couple flowers growing in between. So let me flip the camera over so y'all can get a little close look in. Okay, so this is the middle part of the garden. So in the middle part of the garden, we got our beans and we got our tomatoes. So the first thing we're gonna be talking about is our black beans. So our black beans, we got it growing in this planter box that I built. So I built this planter box for my black beans because I wanted my beans to flourish out and grow crazy. So last year I actually had my black beans growing in a fabric grow bag, and it didn't do good at all. We probably got about like 6 pods all together, you know what I'm saying, and we didn't have really no beans. But I replanted those beans and tried to see if we could get some more. And as you can see, y'all, look at these garden beans, y'all. Look at all of these black beans coming in. So these are the black beans. Y'all see them coming in? Look at all them pods. And we got even more down here. Look at all of them beans. Y'all see them swelling up? Look at all of them beans. So ever since I planted my beans in this planter box and I built this planter box for my beans, they've been taking off, growing and thriving and surviving, bro. And look at all of these beans. So let's go down here so I can show y'all my pintos. So I did the same thing with my pintos. I built the same type of planter box, you know what I'm saying? And I built it the same way so my beans could flourish out and take off. And as you can see, my pinto beans is doing way better than my black beans. Like, look at all of them pintos, bro. And soon it's about to be time for us to harvest them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting for a lot of them to swell up so we can pluck them off, put them in a jar, and store them. But as you can see, y'all, the pinto beans is doing good in the planter box that I built, and they is flourishing out, y'all. So these are my pinto beans and black beans. So now let's go to the middle part. So over here, y'all, is the tomato station. So we got all different types of tomatoes. So we got the Ramon, we got the lemon boys, and we got the husky red. So as you can see, y'all, the lemon boys is really starting to grow and get big, and they starting to ripen up. I know I seen one today that looked like it was ripened all the way. I think, hold up, we in a tomato end up dropping, y'all. I'll take this in the house and let it, you know what I'm saying, put it in a brown paper bag and just let it finish ripening. I don't know how it feel. Probably feel because this junk leaning all over the place, but this is one of the tomatoes that I was talking about that end up ripening up, y'all. So y'all see that lemon boy. Look at that lemon boy growing. So the lemon boys is starting to take off and they starting to ripen up. We're gonna take this in the house and let it finish ripening up. And you can still cook you some fried green tomatoes too. There's a lot of stuff that you could do with regular green tomatoes too. So you don't have to just wait to let it ripen up. You can actually eat it like this too. You know what I'm saying? But in the middle, y'all, we got our husky reds. As you can see, our husky reds is coming. And these are like cherry tomatoes. We got our lemon boys, and then we got our roman. But yeah, y'all, as y'all can see, man, the tomatoes is going off now. I don't like the way I did my tomatoes because y'all can see it's starting to fall over. So now you got indeterminate tomatoes and you got determinate tomatoes. And you got to make sure you know which ones you planting because indeterminate tomatoes grow all over the place and determinate tomatoes grow in place. You know what I'm saying? So I got all types of tomatoes growing over here, indeterminate, determinate, and all of that. As you can see, they all flopping all over my other plants and stuff. So next year, I'm gonna grow my tomatoes different. But as y'all can see, we getting a lot of production. We getting a lot of production coming. Look at all of them tomatoes, all them husky reds. And I grew these husky reds for my daughter, I mean my girl, and my girl and my daughter, because they both like cherry tomatoes. So yeah, y'all, they coming, man. These is all my tomatoes, y'all. But this is the middle of the garden bed. Now let's go on the other side so I can show y'all what's going on over here. All right, y'all, so let's come over here. So over here, y'all, I got two different types of plants growing. We got our mystery plant that end up becoming a zucchini, and then we got some broccoli plants. So as you can see, the broccoli is not doing well at all. So I just learned that broccoli do not do good in hotter climates. So the only time you can grow broccoli is in early spring, fall or winter. That's when broccoli does its best. So as you can see, my broccoli got stressed out. It started producing flowers and stuff, and the cluster opened up. So I'm gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, wait till we start getting a whole bunch of more seed pods coming. Like you can see these seed pods coming. We're gonna rip these off, and then we're gonna collect those seeds, put it in a jar, and then so we could keep our broccoli around. But yeah, y'all, as you can see, the broccoli didn't do good. It got stressed out. So we're gonna have to restart all our broccoli, but it's okay. It was a learning lesson, and you know what I'm saying? You learn to fail and you fail to learn. That's how it is. But yeah, y'all, this is our broccoli. Now over here, y'all, is our mystery plant, and our mystery plant is a zucchini, y'all. So as you can see, y'all, this thing is flourishing out and going crazy. I did not plant this here. I do not know how I got here, but as you can see, it is producing a lot of vegetables for us, y'all. And we already got two harvests off of this plant already. And as you can see, we about to be having another harvest pretty soon. So we got one right here, got another one right here, and it's probably gonna be some more that's gonna be shooting up pretty soon. And you know what I'm saying? And right there. So yeah, y'all, this is my mystery plant that I didn't grow. It just popped up in the soil and started taking off. I actually had a broccoli growing in this plant, pot right here, but I snatched it out because the zucchini was doing so well, and I was like, I got all of this other broccoli that's growing, and then plus broccoli don't even supposed to grow in the summertime, so I might as well just pull that up and let the zucchini take off. And ever since I did that, y'all, the zucchini been taking off and going crazy, y'all. Now we lost a couple zucchinis, like 3 of them, because they died off. Now I don't know if it got pollinated all the way or it needed more nutrients, but I've been, you know what I'm saying, supplying it with nutrients so it could keep flourishing out and growing, y'all. And this how we looking, man. So this is my zucchini plant. Now let's move on over here. Now let's come over here. So over here, y'all, I call this the salad station. Now we don't have a lot of salad growing in here yet, but we did. We had some romaine lettuce, and you can see we got a whole bunch of spinach growing. But I'm gonna put another probably station right here or right here so we can have our salad going. But as you can see, our spinach is going crazy, y'all. This is the first year I ever grew spinach, y'all, and as y'all can see, we is producing a lot of spinach. Now me and my girl got to come out here and harvest it, wash it up, you know what I'm saying, cook it and see, you know what I'm saying, how it tastes. But as you can see, y'all, it is going all over the place. It is growing all over the place. So we had some lettuce growing too, but as you can see, the lettuce did the same thing. You cannot grow lettuce, you know what I'm saying, in hotter climates. It would stress the plant out and start producing flowers. And as you can see, that's what we get. We ain't get no lettuce. We got lettuce on the side, but we get more flowers than lettuce. So we're gonna pull all of this up and then we're gonna restart, you know what I'm saying, everything. But yeah, y'all, this is our other raised garden bed, and this is just gonna be for like our salads, our spinach, and you know what I'm saying, our lettuce and stuff. So I'm still gonna expand this more. I'm gonna put more stuff right here, but other than that, this how it's looking, man. This is how it's looking. Yes, sir. Now let's move on over here. So over here, this is the strawberry station, y'all. So as y'all remember, y'all, we had our strawberries growing in ground last year. And like I was telling y'all in the beginning of the video, it did not do well. It was too shaded over there. It didn't have no sunlight. And we kept on having chipmunks still in our strawberry. So I had to move it in a different spot. But when I did it, y'all, I did it big, y'all. I built a raised garden bed for it. I built a stand, and I built the stand for it, and I put some pots and stuff for the strawberries. Like I went crazy with the strawberries, y'all. So we got strawberries in pots on the stand. We got strawberries in a raised garden bed. As y'all can see, they going crazy. Look at all of these strawberries. Like, look at them coming abundantly. You know what I'm saying? Look at them coming, y'all. And we got strawberries over here on a pallet planter wall that I built, y'all, because me and my daughter love strawberries so much, y'all. So I wanted to have enough strawberries to supply my family, to supply me, you know what I'm saying? Because I know we like strawberries a lot. So I just didn't want to grow, you know what I'm saying, strawberries in one spot. I wanted to have a whole strawberry spot, a whole strawberry station. So that's what I did. And this how we looking, bro. We got strawberries coming crazy, bro. We got strawberries coming crazy loaded. I don't know how many times we harvest a day, but we be harvesting every day, y'all. And y'all can see that we got strawberries coming in loaded. Now, we be having some strawberries that still get ate on by some bugs and pests and stuff. Like I got some beetles that I keep on catching on my leaves, and they keep on eating on my goddamn strawberry leaves and tearing my plants up. But I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna probably have to cover this whole spot up with like a mesh, like I don't know, something with mesh. I don't know, like a mesh, what you call them, like a mesh, not a mesh bag, but I don't know, but it's something like a mesh. You know how people be having them little mesh, like green stations or something, like a tent, a mesh tent to go over it. That's what I'm gonna probably have to do, you know what I'm saying, for my strawberries, because I keep on getting a whole bunch of beetles and bugs, you know what I'm saying, coming over here eating on my leaves. But other than that, y'all, the strawberries is flourishing out and going crazy, y'all. We get strawberries every single day. Every single day we getting strawberries. Yes, sir. And I just, you know what I'm saying, built this not too long ago. Probably like what, a month ago, I just built this station. As you can see, our strawberries already starting to flourish out and giving us berries, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. So imagine next year. And that's what I'm talking. Y'all see them beetle bugs? Them the bugs that I'm talking about right there. Right there. They keep on eating on my goddamn plants, y'all. That's the bugs that I'm talking about. That's why my leaves look like this. That's why my leaves look like this. So by the time next year, I ain't gonna have no goddamn strawberries, because them beetles keep on coming back. And I don't know how many I already killed. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, over here is my strawberry station, man. So now let's take it over here. So over here, y'all, so we already did the potatoes, but we didn't talk about the other station that's next to that's next to the potatoes. So over here, y'all, we have our pepper plants, y'all. So we have sweet peppers over here. So these are all of our sweet peppers. We have different types of sweet peppers. Now, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, if they orange, I don't know if they green, I don't know if they red, but you know what I'm saying, they growing in these sweet peppers, you know what I'm saying. But we got a whole lot of them coming loaded. We got 2 of them over here, you know what I'm saying, coming loaded. But yeah, y'all, this is our sweet pepper station. And we also got like other stuff growing over here, like our watermelon that I be trying to keep elevated, that I want to keep elevated before I put it back there with the other watermelons, because the pests and the bugs will chew on all the new growth that's growing, and I don't need that right now. So I got this plant elevated with my pepper plants and stuff. But yeah, y'all, this is the pepper plant station, you know what I'm saying, with the other plants that I got growing over here. And as you can see, y'all, our peppers is going crazy. Sweet peppers is going crazy. We're gonna be harvesting these pretty soon. But yeah, y'all, these is the sweet peppers. And then we got an avocado tree over here, you know what I'm saying, that's getting big and taking off and going crazy. We're gonna be putting this in the house, you know what I'm saying, pretty soon once it get too cold. So, cause avocados can't grow in like colder climates, they only could grow in hotter climates. So you gotta take that in the house every time, you know what I'm saying, it's about to be winter time. But my girl, mom got this for me, cause she know I love fruit trees and all types of trees and stuff. So she got me this avocado tree, and y'all, it's taking off. At first it wasn't doing too good. The leaves kept on drying up and dying and stuff, but now it's taking off and thriving and growing. But yeah, y'all, over here is my little pepper station with everything else that I got elevated with it, you know what I'm saying? And this watermelon is actually a black diamond watermelon. It's the first time I'm actually gonna be growing a black diamond watermelon. So this is gonna be kind of cool, you know what I'm saying, to see how I can pull this off. But let's go over here to the fruit trees. Okay, y'all, so back here is where we got all of our fruit trees. So as you can see, y'all, we got about 8 trees now. I think last year we had about 4, so we didn't add about 4 more. But I'm about to flip the camera over so y'all can see what's going on. Look at all my fruit trees. All right, y'all, so the first tree. So the first tree is a elderberry tree. So I actually got this tree for my birthday. My girl got it for me, y'all. And when I got this tree was in a 1-gallon pot. When I mean this thing was small, it was small, y'all. Now look how this thing then flourished out, y'all. I already transplanted it like 3 times. I'm gonna transplant it one more time so I don't have to transplant it no more. And then we could hurry up and get some berry production going on. But look how big this thing then got. So I already had it for 2 years, and this how big it is. But this is my elderberry tree. Now, over here. So over here, y'all, is my blackberry tree. So I had the blackberry tree for 2 years too. And I just transplanted it about like 2 months ago. We probably supposed to have some berries on here, but I transplanted it too late. So that's probably why we don't have no berry production going on. But ever since I transplanted it, y'all, it been taking off. It been thriving and striving and surviving, y'all. But I've been having a bug problem. Like these beetles keep on coming over here chewing on my goddamn leaves, and they messing up my blackberry tree. But I'm gonna figure something out, you know what I'm saying, so I can stop them beetles from crumbing and stuff and chewing on my leaves. But yeah, y'all, this is my blackberry tree from last year, and this thing is flourishing out. Now back here is my blueberry tree. So this is my second tree that I got this year, and this is my first one that I got last year. And the last year one is going crazy. Like look how many cluster of berries coming, y'all. Look at all of them clusters coming. Like we already harvest some, so that's why you don't see some on there. But we got harvest these right here. Look at all of them clusters coming, y'all. We didn't get a whole bunch of them over here, but we got a cluster, like 3 clusters right here in this area. And y'all, we didn't harvest I don't know how many berries, y'all, but they is coming. So we got 2 blueberry trees because they say you need 2 blueberry trees so you could cross pollinate. It's better for you to have 2 blueberry trees so you can have more berry production going on. So that's why I got another tree this year. So this is actually my second tree, you know what I'm saying? And it was a baby. It actually got way bigger than it was because I just got this tree this year and it was smaller than this, you know what I'm saying? So this is my second blueberry tree. So this is my first year actually having it, but this thing is going crazy and it's getting big. But yeah, y'all, these are my blueberry trees, man. They is going crazy. I gotta come over here and finish harvesting them, you know what I'm saying? Eat them with my strawberries and stuff. But yeah, y'all, these are my blueberry trees. Now down here is my lemon and lime trees, y'all. So I just got these trees this year. I got them from Walmart. And when me and my girl went to the garden center and we seen these Jones, we already seen some lemons. Like it was already 2 lemons growing on the lemon trees, and they was way smaller than this. So when we seen them, we was like, oh no, we gotta get that, y'all. We gotta get that. And it was $24. So we end up getting it, y'all. We got it. Now it's flourishing out. And ever since it started flourishing out, y'all, I've been going crazy. Now we got 2 more lemons growing. Like it was already 2 little baby ones, but they was not this big at all, y'all. Like they was like little nubs, you know what I'm saying? Now these Jones is growing, they developing, they getting big. I think we supposed to be getting like lemons probably like closer to the end of the year, you know what I'm saying? I got to ask my girl again. But yeah, y'all, this is our lemon tree and this is our lime tree. Now I'm not sure if we're gonna get some limes this year. Now I didn't see some limes trying to pop up like right there, like on the side. Y'all see that little baby lime right there? And I seen some more, but a lot of them been falling off because I don't know if it's big enough and it's mature just yet. So I don't know, and it probably needs some more nutrients. I've been trying to look for that citrus tone, you know what I'm saying, so I could put some citrus tone, some citrus fertilizer in there, but I can't find it, y'all. So I've been still trying to look for it so I could put the citrus fertilizer in there, because that's why I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, the limes is falling off, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not sure. I gotta do some more research. But yeah, y'all, these are my lemons and limes and my orange tree down here. And we had this orange tree for about like, I think about 2 years too. And this junk been small for a long time, but this is the first time I ever had it outside. And you know what I'm saying? Ever since I had it outside, it actually grew like 2 more leaves, you know what I'm saying, on this junk. I probably got to transplant it so it can start flourishing out, and it probably needs some nutrients. But yeah, y'all, this is my little orange tree, you know what I'm saying? that's growing. And once, you know what I'm saying, they get cold, y'all, I am gonna have to take these plants inside, you know what I'm saying, probably put them like closer to the radiator so they can stay warm and closer to their climate weather, you know what I'm saying, because lemons and limes do not grow in the winter. So make sure you take your lemons and limes inside if you got lemons and limes, you know what I'm saying, in the colder climate areas. But yeah, y'all, these are my lemons and limes. Now, over here, y'all, is my raspberry tree. Now, I just got this raspberry tree about 3 weeks ago, I believe. And ever since I got it, y'all, it had some little buds, you know what I'm saying, growing on it. It had some little raspberries growing on it, but then I was trying to save them for my girl, but then they didn't get to them quick enough, so then they end up dying and drying out. But ever since I got it, it's still been looking the same. It didn't grow no leaves or nothing yet. I've been trying to wait for it to start growing and taking off. We probably not gonna get no, you know what I'm saying, production or nothing going on this year because we ain't even get no leaves or nothing growing or no vines. So yeah, y'all, this my little raspberry tree that's growing, you know what I'm saying, right here. But hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we start getting some leaves and some berries next year so we could get some raspberry, or hopefully this joint's still alive, you know what I'm saying, next year. But you know what I'm saying, this is my raspberry tree, y'all. And these are all of my trees. So I still gotta get some more trees, like a pear tree, a plum tree, you know what I'm saying, an apple tree, you know what I'm saying. I wanna have all my fruits back here so I don't have to worry about never going to the grocery store again. You know what I'm saying? Because especially with all this GMO stuff that's going on, I don't got time, man. I know what I put in my pots and I know what I put in my body when I come in my garden. So yeah, y'all, these are all of my fruit trees and I still got to get more. All right, y'all, so we almost done, man, but we about to take a little walk back here to our watermelons, man. So our watermelons I got growing in a different spot because watermelons like growing like viney and stretching out and stuff. So I had to plant them back here with my other melons. So I got cantaloupes and I got watermelons back here. So let me show y'all what's going on. They actually taking off, man. All right, y'all, so back here is all of my watermelons and my cantaloupe. So the first one is a sugar baby watermelon, and we already got a sugar baby growing, y'all. So I actually pollinated this myself. Hold up, let me let it focus. I actually self-pollinated this myself because sometimes we be having pollination problems with them bees coming back here pollinating. So, you know what I'm saying? I just took it in my own hand and started pollinating. So we already got a melon growing right there. Now I'm waiting for some more to pop up so I could self-pollinate them because I ain't waiting on them bees. But yeah, y'all, as y'all can see, my melons is taking off. So we got sugar baby. This is sugar baby, and we got Charleston gray, Charleston gray, Charleston gray in a bucket, and then we got cantaloupe. So these are all of my cantaloupe. So as y'all can see, they're taking off and going crazy. I fertilize them every 2 weeks and stuff. But yeah, y'all, this is like my melon little station, cantaloupe station, and I'm still working on this spot, trying to get it together. I know next year I probably switch it up and do it different. But yeah, y'all, this is how it's looking. All the watermelons and cantaloupes and stuff. So I still got a lot to do, but this how it came out, man. This how it came out. Look better than last year. But yeah, y'all, that's the end of the tour, man. As y'all can see, the watermelons is taking off, strawberries, we got our fruit trees going off, man. And we still got a lot more to do, y'all. But man, as you can see, bro, this thing that came far from last year, y'all, because last year we didn't have none of this. We was just growing in ground and growing in grow bags, y'all. And I forgot to show y'all the chickens too. The chickens doing good. They getting bigger. I gotta do a whole video, you know what I'm saying, on the chickens, because look how big they done got, y'all. Look how big they done got. Our little chickens. I can't wait till we could get some eggs. Look at them. The 2 roosters right here. We got the 2 hens and stuff. But yeah, y'all, that's the whole garden tour, man. The garden transformation, man. Look at our garden, man. We done went from nothing to something. But y'all already know, man, it's Nature Water Fish. Y'all know I gotta do it like this every single time, man. Look at the garden, y'all. Look at the garden transformation. It's crazy because we didn't have none of this last year. We didn't have none of this, and I did all of this in 1 year, y'all, by myself. By myself, y'all. In-ground garden beds, raised beds, planter boxes, and everything. But we still got a lot more to do. You know what I'm saying? We still got a lot more painting, a lot more building and everything. But make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and that like button so y'all won't miss another video. And y'all already know, man, it's Nature Water Fish. Y'all know I gotta do it like this every single time. And look at that thing. Yes, sir. That's my garden, baby. But y'all already know. Oh, man.